Welcome to today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show. Here's hoping all is well with you and yours in your world this day. Since the last opportunity, we had to spend a little time with you roughly 24 hours ago. We would be remiss in our duties if we did not wish you and yours a very happy Cinco de Mayo. Or as today we refer to it at Bayou Smokehouse, Cinco de Bayou. Yeah, that's right. It is a special menu on tap today. I can't wait to get the brisket tacos. Oh my God, the soft brisket tacos. Chicken fajitas, chicken enchiladas, and the pork carnita grande. You need to be here today at 10655 Coursey Boulevard. And if you hear music in the background, the Emmy Award-winning Doc Hurl will be on location today from 11 until 1. So if you're trying to decide where am I going for lunch today, real easy choice. Bayou Smokehouse, 10655 Coursey Boulevard. Great food, great people, live music, the whole nine. The only thing that's missing right now is you. So come on out. We'll be happy to see you. We start today's show talking about the fact that the president is scheduled to visit our state tomorrow. New Orleans and Lake Charles, the two places that he is scheduled to visit. I found it particularly interesting that New Orleans Communications Director Bo Tidwell says, quote, "We're very proud and excited to be welcoming President Joe Biden to New Orleans this week. The plan is for the mayor to meet him at the tarmac and welcome him to the city. As I'm sure you are aware of, this visit is part of the president pitching this plan for infrastructure redevelopment in our country. An $11 billion chunk of that money expected to go towards upgrading drinking water, stormwater, and wastewater systems like the Carrollton Water Plant." He goes on to say, quote, "It's very critical and very important that you see the president right here at the Sewerage and Water Board power plant. Our city is 300 years old, and our infrastructure, as we've said before, has critical needs that have been unaddressed for long periods of time. It's crumbling. There are minimal backups to the city's current systems." You know what's interesting, ironic, and telling about this statement? What political party has been in charge of the city of New Orleans for decades upon decades upon decades upon decades? Whose responsibility was it to maintain the city's infrastructure? And yet, now they're moaning and griping and complaining about the dilapidated nature of the infrastructure in New Orleans, where one political party has been in charge of this forever. Kind of makes you wonder who was asleep at the switch all this time, and why wasn't something done before now? Rhetorical. Don't have to answer. We already know the answer to this. But I'd also like to know, while the president is flying around pitching this plan for infrastructure development, if you're going to Lake Charles, Louisiana, how far away from our southern border with Mexico are you? What would it take for you to hop aboard Air Force One, go down to the border, and take a look at what everyone now acknowledges is a crisis? The vice president, who you put in charge of handling this, has yet to set foot anywhere near there. But you can find time to fly to this water plant, the other places, and yet less than an hour away from the border, and you still won't go? Little something to make you go, Meanwhile, if you've been buying into the rhetoric that, oh, this is not a crisis, it's a challenge, how many of you are aware that 12 counties in the state of Texas have declared states of emergency because of the situation at the border? I can't imagine that the individuals in charge of those counties take a declaration like this lightly. And if in fact they go so far as to say we need to declare a state of emergency, there's got to be something to it. Now, you could very easily make the argument, and there could be some validity to it. Well, Clarence, you got to understand, these are Republicans, and they're just trying to make the president look bad. Well, maybe there is some validity to that. I will leave to brighter minds than mine to figure out if, in fact, that is the case. However, when members of your own party come out and say, Mr. President, you're mistaken about this, well, then you know you've got a problem. Don't know if you saw earlier this week, but in an interview with the media, President Biden said, well, the border situation now, it's under control. You heard me right. Meanwhile, Henry Cuellar, United States Congressman from Texas, refutes that statement, saying, Mr. President, it's not under control. In the interview, he says, quote, you know, I'm supportive of Joe Biden. I'm a supporter of his. But we're not paying attention to the border communities, and it's not under control. I can tell you that. You don't have to be the brightest bulb in the chandelier to figure out that not only is there a problem there, there's a major problem there. And simply ignoring the problem is not going to make it go away. As we have seen time after time after time, all you do is exacerbate the problem. That's all you do. There's a line from one of the Hobbit trilogies. And in the introduction, it says, the line says, where sickness thrives, bad things follow. That is where we find ourselves right now. And continuing to ignore the problem, even though you are less than an hour away and you still refuse to go and show your face, tells a lot of people all they need to know. Meanwhile, you're jet-setting around to this locale, that locale, the other locale, pitching the spending of trillions and trillions of dollars. At some point, thinking people start asking, well, where are your priorities really? Again, just a little something to make you go, And for the record, it's not just Republicans saying this. Right now, we are at a 20-year high as far as the influx, the numbers are concerned. And at the rate we're going right now, it pains me to say, but conventional wisdom would back me up. It's probably going to get a whole lot worse before it gets better. And saddest of all, it doesn't have to be this way. Just saying. Just saying. We are on location today for Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, I know I said bio, rhymes with mayo, right? Work with me, y'all. Work with me, y'all. 10655 Coursey Boulevard, Bayou Smokehouse, the home of old school barbecue. Today, special items on the menu. Mexican with a Louisiana flair. If you like Mexican, even if you don't, you like Louisiana food, right? Well, imagine it with a Louisiana flair to it. I don't know about y'all, and I certainly can't speak for Marty, but I already know what I'm eating today. Just saying. Just saying. Uncle Roy is in the house. Katie out in the truck. Is Alan here today, Marty? Alan and Jonathan, okay, are in the truck. Katie's in the house as well. Y'all come on by. We'd love to see you. 10655 Coursey Boulevard for the first of hopefully what will be an annual Cinco de Bayou at Bayou Smokehouse. First break of today's show. We'll get her done, and we'll talk more with you right where you've got it on the Clarence Buggs Show, here and only here on the Pelican. Stay close.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
I'm self-employed and didn't report all my income. They claim I owe a lot more than I do.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
Tax Solutions Now saved my business.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-778-4345. 800-778-4345.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to GreystoneCountryClub.com.
Hi, I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes.
And I'm Dr. Kay Solar with the Rocket Right Show.
We are two busy blondes on the go showing off life in Louisiana.
Watch us on Pelican Sports Network.
And Talk 107.3 FM. Check local listings for times.
Team Honda wants to thank you for once again making us Louisiana's #1 new car dealer by offering you never-before-seen savings. For the first time ever, get 0% financing up to 60 months on some of your favorite Honda models. Get thousands in savings right now at Team Honda on Segan Lane.
Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Whirlpool savings. Shop now and save on Whirlpool appliances throughout the store. Plus, experience our price match guarantee and ask about special financing. You can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day. Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent with nationwide buying power.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
To today's edition of the Clarence Buggs Show. I was waiting for Alan to come up out of black. I didn't want to just be talking to myself there. You may hear the delightful musical strains of Doc Hurl in the background. He is an Emmy Award-winning singer-songwriter. Spent, I think Doc told me, 25 years in Nashville. Is a Baton Rougean now. Met a Baton Rouge girl, and the rest, as they say, is history. He has some 7 CDs to his credit. There we go. Great shot. Great shot. Marty, that's why you make the big bucks, brother. That's why you make the big bucks. You're on it, Marty. He will be performing until 1 o'clock today, so there's more than ample opportunity for you to make your way by, get some great barbecue during Cinco de Bayou, and, of course, take in some live music as well. It's hopefully the first of many annual Cinco de Bayous that we're going to have here at Bayou Smokehouse. The entire Baton Rouge athletic and academic community is mourning the loss of an outstanding young man today. Catholic High's family obviously mourning as well, as Kyle Jackson, young man, 31 years of age, was killed Monday after his vehicle ran off the road and struck a tree. He is, or was, the tennis coach at Catholic High, where under his tutelage they were a perennial contender for state championships. According to Louisiana State Police, the accident happened around 4 o'clock Monday afternoon on LA 307 in Lafourche Parish. According to law enforcement, investigators said Jackson apparently overcorrected his vehicle in a curve in the road, veered off the highway, and struck a tree. He was wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash, but sadly succumbed to his injuries at the scene. We would like to take the opportunity to send our sincerest condolences to the Jackson family, to the Catholic High family, and of course the tennis team family there as well. It is another one of those unfortunate occurrences in life where the really good ones leave us far too soon. At only 31 years of age, as much as he accomplished, you also get the feeling he had not yet begun to do the things that he was capable of doing. Fortunately, in the profession that he was in, he was able to make an impact on any number of young lives before his departure from this life. And I feel fairly certain in saying that while he may be gone, he will not be forgotten anytime in the near future. Again, our sincerest condolences go out to the family of Kyle Jackson for his untimely passing. Speaking of education news, LSU this week announcing guidelines for the spring 2021 commencement. You know, with COVID and the lockdowns and everything else that's taken place, all the days and the weeks just kind of get jumbled all together, and many of you may have had it slip your mind that, yeah, it's graduation season. It's that time again. The university says that it will no longer assign a limited ticket allotment to each graduate. However, they're asking that you limit your guests, graduates, to no more than 7 people in attendance. Additionally, if you plan to attend, graduates, you have to RSVP so that they can determine ahead of time who will be allowed to attend. Masks are still required at all times. After reviewing the updated guidance from the Centers for Disease Control, the faculty and others decided that tickets would not be issued for this event after all. While there won't be a ticket requirement, they're asking that you limit, again, your party to 7 or fewer individuals out of respect for your fellow graduates and their guests. It is a time of year that is filled with hope, festivities, parties, the whole nine. But not having yet completely put COVID in the rearview mirror, there are still some precautions that the university is taking and expect those in attendance to take. So please keep this in mind. If you have young people that will be graduating, and listen, I understand it's a monumental accomplishment for many of the kids that will walk across the stage. They're going to be the first ones in their family to earn a college degree. And the excitement level, the anticipation is what it is. It happens every single year, twice a year, as a matter of fact. But when all is said and done, once all of that ebbs, once it all subsides, we still want everyone to be safe and sound. So, if you would be so kind, please govern yourselves accordingly in that fashion. And listen, I get it. I know you got tons of things to do. You're trying to make sure the rings are in and the gowns are in and the reservations are made for the after parties and the catering and this and that and the other. I get all that. Trying to get hotel rooms for relatives that are coming. I get all that. But you better not forget to RSVP or all of that will go by the wayside. Okay? Keep that in mind and govern yourselves accordingly. Speaking of governing one's self accordingly, it's that time of year, y'all. If you noticed yesterday, oh my God, before that cold front came through, it felt like early June outside. And you know what that means? All along the Gulf Coast, people are getting out and doing what, class? That's right, they're taking to the water. Just this past weekend, the Coast Guard ended up responding to multiple cases spread out all across the Gulf Coast. It is arguably what they get paid to do. We all understand that. But at the end of the day, it's your life that we're talking about. And the fact of the matter is, they cannot be everywhere at all times. So if you govern yourself accordingly, you can lessen the need for their services. Warmer weather, more folks are pulling the boats out, taking to the water, and obviously this is not limited exclusively to the Gulf Coast. Water is water, and it doesn't take much to drown you, particularly if you've been imbibing alcohol, if you don't have the correct number of flotation devices on board your watercraft, if you don't exercise basic boating safety. At the drop of a hat, just that quick, you can find yourself in a life-threatening situation. It's something that we see happen every single year. And listen, y'all, I get it. Experience is the best teacher. Many times, unless you go through something, you don't know how to react when it happens. But there's something to be said, and I taught our daughter this early in life. If you don't put yourself in certain situations, you never have to worry about regretting it. I understand. Marty's famous for it. Bruh, hold my beer. I get it. I get it. He's famous for that. But at the end of the day, we want to be sure that you're still around to open that next beer, okay? Govern yourselves accordingly, guys and girls. It's a blessing and a curse. Here in South Louisiana, all along the Gulf Coast, We have this abundance of recreation that is just amazing. Fishing, paddle boarding, the whole nine. Jet skiing, party barges, just regular swimming, the whole nine. But at the end of the day, a little common sense goes a long, long way. And when you're talking about water, it's one of those things that doesn't have a whole lot of wiggle room involved. So whatever you do, guys, girls, use that common sense so that you don't end up on the Clarence Bugg Show. Please, please, pretty please. If I could, I'd be on bended knee right now. It's that time of year, and we're going to be taking the water by the tens of thousands. We don't need to lose someone needlessly. Just saying. Again, we come to you live today from Bayou Smokehouse at 10655 Coursey Boulevard, the home of old school barbecue. And today, it is Cinco de Mayo. Live entertainment. Doc Hurl is in the house. I'm sorry, the Emmy Award-winning Doc Hurl that you see right there. And he will be here until 1 o'clock this afternoon. Still plenty of time if you're trying to decide where you're going to go for lunch. Come on by. Doc would love to see you. I'd love to see you. Marty's about 50-50. Uncle Earl is here. Everybody's here. Well, except for you. Come on by and get some great food, meet some great people, and have a great time during Cinco de Mayo. Bottom of the hour break. We get her done, and we'll talk more next on the Clarence Bugg Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close.
Got termites? Get Premier Pest. PremierPestServices.com.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Hi, business owners. Phase 3. Woohoo! But do your customers know you're back? Well, that's where the Clarence Bugg Show and Pelican Broadcasting can help. Right now, we've got great rates on advertising packages to help you get the word out. Shoot me an email at bugsclarence@gmail.com. Or better yet, call me up. I'd love to talk with you. 225-485-6839. Let's get together and make Phase 3 the best it can possibly be.
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Caught spiders? Premier Pest Services.
Welcome back to today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show. When you hear last spot, typically you figure it's the last spot before the rejoin, and that spot just started. Typically when you hear last spot, it's not the end of the last spot and then the rejoin. Now, I'm going to blame it on Alan because Marty knows better, so I'm assuming Marty just told me what Alan told him out in the truck. Last spot with 2 seconds left in the last spot. Good thing my eyes are functioning, right? Message received, my brother. I'll fix all that. Give me that button right here. Fade to black. Literally. You know, at some point, and I've come to realize this, I'm a part of the problem. If you are like me and you're of the opinion, at some point, saner minds are going to start prevailing in this country. When I said that just now, Marty was looking the other way. He went, at some point, you keep hoping that progressives, liberals, Democrats will come to their senses and understand exactly what it is that this country's all about, our freedoms, our rights, our liberties, and stop doing things that encroach upon them. Now, encroaching upon a freedom, a right, a liberty is one thing. It is something else entirely when you do it, quote, for someone else's good. And yet again, it's something else when you encroach upon a right, a liberty, a freedom, even though it's for someone else's good, but it's also racist. The Biden administration and the mainstream media are not even making a secret out of this anymore. That they are proposing a ban on menthol cigarettes, and it's targeted to black people. For those of you that don't know, African Americans smoke menthol cigarettes, brands like Newport, Cool, Salem, at a rate 3 times that of white people. Don't ask me why, I don't know. Blacks that smoke like menthol cigarettes, much more so than whites that smoke. So, what is their solution to the problem? Well, ban menthol cigarettes. Now, let's say for the record, at this juncture, everybody knows smoking is bad for you. We all know this. But whatever happened in this country to personal responsibility and accountability? It's not like we're talking minors. We're talking grown folk here. If an individual wants to spend his or her disposable income on something, understanding the risks that are involved, that is the ultimate expression of freedom in America. We don't need, nor do real Americans want, an all-encompassing monolithic, motherly government telling us what we can and cannot do, can and cannot think, can and cannot eat, can or cannot drink, etc., etc., etc. To show you how insane this rationale is. If you truly, truly are concerned about the health of black people and how many are dying because of this, well, why not ban black people from driving cars? You know how many black people every year die in automobile accidents? And even though you have to pass a test to get a license, apparently, according to liberals, that doesn't help. So we need to step in and ban stuff. It's a known fact. African Americans suffer disproportionately from high blood pressure. So if we follow the rationale of banning menthol cigarettes, why not ban black people from eating pork? I mean, after all, it's for their own good, right? Do you see how insane this way of thinking is? It's America, y'all. It's America. And for you to come out, yeah, but you got to understand, man, this is for your own good. Well, who died and left you in charge of being the ultimate arbiter of what's best for me? I seem to remember, and maybe it's my fault because I paid attention in history class, but I was under the impression this country was founded in large part upon the reality that we get tired, we were tired of the king and the queen doing this, issuing a decree, whether we liked it or not, and we had to eat it. That's why we broke away. That's why we fought a war, because the premise was the only thing I want from government is to stay the hell out of my way, and I will do what is necessary to take care of me and mine. If it means I got to get up earlier to go to work and stay later, so be it. If it means I got to pick up all the overtime I can get so that I can earn the other luxuries in life that I want, so be it. But at the end of the day, I don't need, nor do I want, government dictating to me what I can and cannot do. But this is what they use. And they will hoodwink, snooker, and bamboozle you by claiming it's for your own good. Remember not so long ago, I told you this whole climate change fiasco, it ain't about saving the planet, y'all. It's about control. These people want to control every single aspect of your life, from what you can eat and what you cannot eat. Not too long ago, we need to stop. We need to stop letting y'all eat beef. You know, I mean, it's killing the planet. All them cow farts, all that methane gas, and besides, we've got mystery meat now. It tastes just like beef. They want to control what you can and cannot eat, what you can and cannot drink, where you can or cannot live. Or you can't buy a house there. Global warming, man. The sea level's gonna rise and the whole coastline gonna be wiped out. Every single aspect of your life. Well, no, you can't drive that internal combustion engine car. No, you can't have it. There you go, Roy. Just walk right through the shot. Don't worry about it. It's Uncle Roy. He can do that. Uncle Roy can do that. Just walk through the shot. There you go, going back. When you're Uncle Roy, you can do that. But I digress. It's about control, y'all. You can't go certain places without the mask, okay? You can't do certain things without the shot, okay? You can't drive an internal combustion vehicle. You got to drive an electric car, okay? It's about control. But they will sell it to you under the guise of, oh, we got to save the planet. They will sell it to you under the guise of, oh, but it's for the good of the children. They will sell it to you under the guise of, it's for your own benefit. Well, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but the last time I checked, I knew better what was best for me than the freaking government did. I mean, all I got to do is look at how much money you've wasted. All I got to do is look at how many bad decisions you've made. All I have to do is look at some of the insane programs that you've instituted, and I'm supposed to think the government has my best interest at heart? Yeah, right. Wink, wink. You can't make this stuff up. Final break of today's show. Marty and I are going to run out and share a Newport during the commercial break. Take that, Democrats. Final break. We'll come back, put that big old pretty bow on this puppy, and wrap up today's edition of the Clarence Buggs Show. Sit tight.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
From appetizers, pasta dishes, and entrees, La Contea takes pride in preparing all the Italian cuisine we know you love. Enjoy live music every Thursday through Saturday from 6 to 9, happy hour weekdays from 3 to 6, and brunch on Sundays from 11 to 2, as well as dinner portion-sized lunch specials for under $10. Visit our website to view our menu and book a party or meeting in our large banquet room. Once you try La Contea, your Italian dining will change forever.
We're making 2021 the year of savings, and it starts right now at Team Toyota. Come get a new 21 Corolla for just $189 a month, or get a 20 Camry for just $19,995. It's a year full of savings starting right now, right here at Team Toyota.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, call the number on the screen now and speak with a live healthcare consultant. Don't wait. Get the coverage you need now.
I got nothing, Alex. I got nothing. Welcome back for the final segment of today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show. Something I had intended to talk about yesterday, but our time did not allow it. And it's pretty disturbing. It comes out of St. Bernard Parish. And you have probably seen this by now. The Crawfish Festival this past weekend, there was an incident there that led to panic and, well, there's really no other way to describe it other than a stampede. Law enforcement investigating whether or not there were shots fired at the Crawfish Festival, leading to this mass panic. They are also investigating whether or not it was reports of another shooting that led to the stampede. As egregious as it would be for an individual or individuals to go to an event like the Crawfish Festival, packing heat, that's one thing. But it should say something to us, Louisiana, when the mere thought of something could inspire panic of this nature. If you've seen the video, it's chilling. If you've ever been in a stampede, it's something you never forget. I mean, I've only been in one in my life, and that was in City Park Stadium in New Orleans many years ago. I think I was still in college. It was an Earth, Wind, and Fire concert in City Park Stadium. And some yahoo down on the field level lit off some firecrackers. When they started popping, someone mistakenly hollered, "Oh my God, they're shooting." I was sitting in the stadium maybe 20 rows from the top of City Park Stadium. So the natural human reaction when you see these thousands of people running across the field, jumping over the barricades to get into the stands and away from the alleged gunfire. The natural human reaction, if you're in the stands, is to start backing up. Well, the problem was, see, what had happened was, there's only so many rows you can go back before you're at the top of the stadium, and the only place to go from there is down. So immediately, everybody in the stands is telling them, go back. You can't come up. It is something I will never forget the rest of my life. Just the sound of thousands of feet running as fast as possible in sheer panic. It's one thing if there's an actual gun there, but it's something else entirely when something like this happens and all there was a mistaken thought. If you watch the video, when the panic starts, there are rides that have been started. One of them, I don't know the technical name for it, but it's a pendulum. It swings this way, and then it swings back this way, and eventually it gets to the point where it gets at the top and stays, then it goes all the way over, the thrill ride sort of thing. Well, the people were in such a state of panic, just trying to get away from that immediate vicinity, many of them ran directly into the path of the ride as it's swinging back in the opposite direction. There could have very easily been fatalities involved for something that we may end up finding out was a non-starter. The social climate is such that in this country these days, you got to be careful with what you say, because you never know, number one, who's listening. You never know, number two, how they are going to interpret what you have said. And number three, you never know how others are going to react. It's a sad commentary on what we've become when an individual, after being cooped up, locked up, denied the opportunity to go to this fair, to this festival, what have you, you can't go and enjoy yourself at the freaking crawfish festival. Really? I am one that always subscribes to the theory that, yeah, we are at the top of a lot of bad lists. And unfortunately, yeah, we're at the bottom of a lot of good lists. But at the end of the day, Louisiana, we're supposed to be better than this, y'all. We are supposed to be better than this. And when all is said and done, when you start talking about quality of life issues, which is what this is, because you know in Louisiana, we'll throw a party at the drop of a hat. We got more fairs and festivals than you can shake a stick at. Oyster Festival, Frog Festival, Crawfish Festival, Petroleum Festival. The list is too long to mention. And when you have to start thinking about whether or not I'm going to go and enjoy myself with friends, coworkers, and loved ones, you start thinking whether or not I'm going to go and support merchants. When you have to start thinking about whether or not I'll make it home alive, after going to something as innocuous as a fair or a festival, that's speaking to us, y'all. It is speaking to us. The only question, I guess, in hindsight, is, are we listening? If not, what is it going to take, y'all? Fortunately, in this particular instance, no fatalities were involved. Whether or not we will be so fortunate next time, only God knows. Only He knows. We are again broadcasting live today from Bayou Smokehouse, the home of old school barbecue, for Cinco de Mayo. That's right, a little Louisiana flair. Mama B came up with that, by the way. Got to give her credit, so I don't have to pay royalties on it. Cinco de Mayo, where they have Louisiana barbecue of Mexican origins with a Louisiana flair. I don't know about you, but for me, that's as good as it gets. Can you imagine their brisket on a soft taco? Oh. Chicken fajitas, chicken enchiladas. I got to find out, Martin, what is the pork carnita grande? Don't know. I don't either, but I'm going to find out before I leave. That's for sure, buddy. It's a Louisiana twist, and of course, margaritas galore, the whole nine. 10655 Coursey Boulevard. Still got time. Oh, and by the way, Doc Hurl, the Emmy Award-winning Doc Hurl, is providing the live music. He will be here until 1. So if y'all are at the office, sneaking and watching the Clarence Bug Show online, well, come on by. Great place for lunch, and enjoy yourselves on this Cinco de Mayo day. That, by the way, is, I'm looking at the wrong monitor. Yeah, Doc Earl doing his thing. Good guy, by the way. Well, my time's up, y'all, and I got to go. But this day, maybe more so than any other, I give it to you. You're right. America, not perfect. But for this old boy's money, it's the best there is. And God knows there's no place else on his green earth that I'd rather be. Speaking of the good Lord, you know he loves you, and you know I do too. And you know there ain't a doggone thing you can do about either one. See you tomorrow. God bless.